I am 11 years old. I am a girl.
I am 8 years old. There are 3 people in my family.
I'm 11 years old. I like reading books in my spare time.
There are 9 people in my family. I like to play netball.
I like running.
I am 13 years old. I like to play football.
Mosquitoes transmit malaria. Insects that are pests in the United States are potential killers in many parts of Africa, Asia, and Latin America. 50% of the world's population lives in areas affected by malaria. Malaria weakens a person's immune system. That, in turn, makes one more vulnerable to HIV and AIDS, tuberculosis, and other infectious diseases. What makes treatment and prevention all the more difficult is poverty.
On the rainy season, there are so many mosquitoes, and the malaria affect everyone because their house, they have no windows, they have no mosquito nets in their windows. It's easy to get malaria.
Because malaria is no doubt the biggest killer, in the Southern Africa region. Actually, it kills more people, we are informed, a year than those with HIV and AIDS.
Malaria is highly treatable, which makes the deaths all the more heartbreaking. Of the 800,000 people who die from malaria every year, the large majority are pregnant women and children under the age of 5.
But very often we are stuck due to workload, due to lack of personnel, and also due to lack of resources to reach into the community to impart this knowledge to our clients.
This is what it takes to stop malaria. 24 tablets taken over 3 days. People are dying despite effective drugs because the treatment cost can be double what a person earns in a day. This sometimes forces families to choose between having enough to eat or paying for treatment. Also, the disease can cause severe aching, high fever, and nausea, making work impossible. When the breadwinner is too sick to work, money problems multiply. In response to this crippling cycle, the ELCA Malaria Campaign was created. The ELCA Malaria Campaign combines effective treatment, prevention, and a large network of churches and local agencies. The campaign is built on years of partnership with companion churches in community development and healthcare, including HIV and AIDS response. Malaria and HIV and AIDS outreach go hand in hand because malaria is much more deadly to people living with HIV and AIDS. A village in rural Mozambique is one of the places where the ELCA Malaria Campaign is already underway. The campaign builds on the partnership between the Lutheran Church in Mozambique and the ELCA. A school for orphans already operates here, and because of the ELCA Malaria Campaign, the clinic being built here will be able to test for malaria, providing life-saving drugs, and help families stop the deadly disease. The ELCA Malaria Campaign calls for medical diagnosis and treatment, bed nets, spraying, and water treatment to help contain malaria in Africa by the year 2015. The ELCA Malaria Campaign will help save the lives of tens of thousands of fathers, mothers, and children. It will help communities and villages stay healthy for decades to come.